Hello, and welcome to episode 8 already. So, actually, usually I make these episodes a week apart from each other, but because I skipped, filming on Monday last week and instead I edited it, I'm doing basically I filmed the last episode on Monday and it's Wednesday right now, so it's only been 2 days. So in terms of the things that I spoke about in the last episode 7, there's not all that much to update you on. I think there's not I was working on socks, I believe. I haven't really done all that much. I have actually knit a bit more of these shorts. I feel like I have. I think it looks way more. Ooh, I should be careful with that. It looks way more scrunched up than it did before, because basically I'm knitting it from top down, so I'm increasing every couple of rows. So maybe just give you just quickly the specs, because I don't have all that much to tell you about these. But these are shorts, shorts, and they're called, the name is B, just the letter B, because it's ranked on alphabet, and it's from the book Keito Pantsu, which is from Vogue Japan. I feel like I'm gonna say a lot about from the same as last 2 days ago, but I'm guessing it's been a week for anyone who watches this on a weekly basis, if there's even anyone watching in the first place. So maybe this is a nice refresher, but this is the book Keito Pantsu, and it doesn't have an author. It's from Vogue Japan, and it just has a number of patterns for shorts. And basically this is how a pattern generally looks like in Japanese. It's just the diagram. So, and it has some explanation at the start as well. So that's basically what I've been doing. As for the specs, very quickly, this is Airy Wool Alpaca from Daruma, which is a Japanese knitwear store. They also do some sewing, so I might want to look into that as well. So this is 80% wool, 20% alpaca, and the color is olive number 4, and I'm using 4mm needles. Since I'm using such a tiny circumference here, I have no opportunity to actually try it out, but I feel like I should trust the swatch that I made. I should have confidence that I did it correctly, so it should be good. I'm just gonna go with it. Actually, right now it's not that how would I say, not that complicated. I'm just making increases, like I said, every couple of rows. But at the end, there's some finer details, which I don't believe that I actually showed last episode. Here, at the bottom, which I thought was pretty cool. Okay, so I am continuing, this has... Ooh. So this has essentially been my main project since Monday. This is what I've worked on the most Monday. Well, aside from that, I still had a couple of other things that I didn't discuss on Monday that I still wanted to go over today. Actually, I finished something today. And this is something I believe I spoke about in episode 3. I can't remember what I said. It's been over a good month and I haven't edited that episode yet. But it's my first piece of embroidery. I'm so amazed that I managed to do this, because I don't know, I've never embroidered anything, and I thought, oh, like this is probably not something for me, but I actually really enjoyed this. So this took me like, I started last evening, and so basically I started 6 p.m, something like that, and then I fell asleep. I have no idea. I wanted to take a nap, and then I woke up 5 in the morning. So so I think around 8 or 9 I took a nap, woke up 5 a.m, and then continued this, and then finished I think an hour or two later, something like that, I believe. So yes, let me give you the specs on this thing. So yeah, it is so this is actually the booklet that came with it. It was like this tiny set that I found in the first like craft store that I went to in Japan. And yeah, so it's from the company Cosmo, but I think like the brand of like the actually like the brand that does this is Botanique, and it's called Wild Flower no Broochi. So wild flower brooch. And yeah, this is actually how it was supposed to look like, and this is how mine turned out. Basically, I didn't really like the addition of the red. Ooh. Yeah, so I didn't really like the addition of the red, so I took that out and exchanged a couple of colors. Also, I didn't really like the purple and the yellow over here with the flower, so I changed that around as well and used like kind of like the broken white that is used here as well. And I had a fun time. Like I said, this was the first time that I actually like did any embroidery, and yeah, I learned 4 stitches. So satin stitch, which I did for the flowers here. Then I did like a straight stitch, which I did with the tiny blue flowers here. And then I did the back stitch, which is what I did for like the flowers and I mean the the branches and the leaves here. And then lastly I did the French knots, which are like here inside the flowers and on the side here. I do have to say that the French knot was the hardest for me. I did look up like a tutorial on how to do it, but I thought it was kind of like fiddly with getting like the knot to sit at the end of the needle when I'm like pushing it in. But I think that just comes with experience. I don't know if you can see it. Well, wait. Ooh, it doesn't really want to zoom in. No, it doesn't. It doesn't want to zoom in. Oh gosh, I fluffed up the lighting. Okay, I'll just put a picture somewhere, but like the French knots were definitely not perfect. Actually, they're really bad, I think, for the most part, but that's okay. I mean, this is my first embroidery and I'm really proud that I actually did it, because I think I said in the 3rd episode something like, oh yeah, I'll just do it like next week, and then I don't know, maybe I got insecure, maybe I was also busy, and maybe I don't know, it was just kind of like a mental hurdle for me to get over before I started this. But I'm glad that I did, and it was really fun. And at the back there's like a pin, so I can actually I have like a korukai. It's like a language cafe I have. Maybe I'll put the brooch here and I can talk about it. So it's like, 私は今日そのことそのブローチを使った作った I'm so bad with short. Forget, like, if you're Japanese and you understood what I said, forget it. I always like mix up, like you have the word tsukau, which means to use, and then tsukuru to make. And so basically if you're having like an informal conversation, the two become tsukatta tsukata and tsukutta, and I like constantly am mixing those up. But okay, that's some Japanese for you today. Yeah. What else do I have? Oh yeah, I still have another knitting project that I actually didn't talk about yesterday because I didn't have the time for it. And it's this one right here. It's Moonchild by Ray on Ko-fi. So it's like supposed to be like this backless top thingy, and I am currently still working on like just the front. Yeah, not really all that much to say about this, other than the fact that it's been a really long time since I've had to purl a lot, because usually like the project, all of the project that I've been doing, I've been knitting things in the round, so it's only been knit stitch and not purling. So I really noticed that it's been a bit hard like getting like a good tension. But I think, yeah, I don't know what I think. I don't like purling all that. I mean, I love, like, I feel like knit stitch is way better than purling. So yeah, I don't know. What did I want to say? This is what happens when I don't prepare all that well, because I have like things to go to in like 45 minutes, so I have to so I didn't have enough time to write down everything that I wanted, so I was like, oh, I'll just wing it, and like, see, now I'm suffering the consequences. But I did write down that I had to talk about like the fabric. So again, this is silk, 100%. It doesn't have I think it does have a name, but I didn't write it down here. But basically it's from Itobatake, which is a Japanese store that like repurposes factory leftover yarn. So they sell it at like a cheaper price than what you'd generally get it at. Oh, it's called Fuku Shirku. Yeah. So this is the only color that they had of this this specific yarn, but sometimes they will like dye it a number of colors. But yes, it's been slow but steady. I do feel that I've been making a bit of progress. Yeah, I think the thing that I wanted to say is that purling with silk is, I find, to be a bit tougher than like with, I don't know, like some, like, I don't know, 100% wool. It's just because it's like very slippery and sleek. So that's very nice as a fabric against your skin, but in terms of like friction on your finger, we're not speaking Dutch here, friction on your finger, that makes it a bit tougher. But I have actually started crocheting. And that has been helping, by the way. It's only been a couple of days, but my gosh, I never thought that I would ever end up crocheting, because I wouldn't say it's been the bane of my existence, but it's been like a huge scary thing for me. Like, I just felt that crocheting was just something that was not for me, that I wouldn't be able to do it. It seems like so much like more difficult than knitting, and so I was like, oh, should I like actually do this? And I tried actually. Well, I'm still very much so trying, I would say. I don't think I'm working on 2 things now, and I've actually finished one thing, but I don't feel like it's actually really good. It's not good, but it's a start, and things, I believe, can only become better. That's why we do the crafts that we do, in order to become better and to enjoy the journey and create new things, be happy with the progress that we've made. So let me show you the first thing. It's actually a baby blanket that I've been trying to crochet, and that's why well, this is like the yarn I'm using. It's called Milky Kids. So washable knitting yarn. Yeah, so basically it's yarn that was like purposely made for kids, so that like I don't know, it's so I'm just following the suggestion from the pattern. So I got this from a Japanese knitting magazine called Keto Dama, and yeah, I believe it's Japan Vogue. I'm not too sure. I'm pretty sure it is. And yeah, they had like, I think every month or every 2 months a new magazine comes out, and they have like tons of different things in there. From like, this one has Fair Isle, a lot of cabling, and a couple of children's like costume pieces to crochet, as well as some baby clothes and also a baby blanket. So yeah, that's the one. So I'll put a picture here of the blanket, how it's supposed to look. So yeah, I thought it would be a nice thing to make. Also, like, see, thinking about it technically, it uses a couple of stitches. I think half double crochet, double crochet, and well, I think that's what it mainly consists of. And yeah, you just need to make all these tiny squares, and I feel like making those squares will improve like my skills in terms of that. So I actually completely forgot that exactly 2 days before, I already went through all of the mistakes that I made whilst making this blanket. And so I decided to take that section out of this podcast episode. If you want to see that, it's in the previous one, episode 7. I forgot to give you the color of this. Did I even mention the brand? It's Olympus. It's another Japanese company. So the color is Milky Kiss. So Milky Kiss. And the color number is 52. Yeah. So yeah, there you have it. That's like my first crochet attempt, and I believe I used 4/0, which is 2.5mm crochet needles. This is like Japanese knitting needles and crochet needles have different sizes. They have different sizes. So yeah. Okay, then I made, so basically one of my friends, one I've been hanging out with a lot, it's her birthday today, and I was like, oh, I'll just like crochet her something. It will be like a nice, like a cute gift, and also like a good learning experience. So I found like a couple of tutorials on like these very cute charms. Basically, I don't use TikTok, but I did hear that there was like this trend at some point, maybe even still now, of making these tiny charms to put things in there, and I thought, oh, that's like super cute, I'll do that for her birthday. So I decided to make like a grape charm, and then put a couple of chocolates in there as well. But it didn't go all that well. So I actually finished this a couple of hours ago, but I just can't give her this. It's like not good at all. So I made this like berry charm. It looks so janky. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so I made this berry charm. Basically, like, it's not, I'm calling it finished, but it's actually not. I had to do like the top and then chain like a thing, so that basically this should have been chained, and then you can put like the top on it like that, so that you can put stuff in it. But like, as you can see, there are so many holes in here, which is not supposed to happen. So I think for one, basically I checked the yarn and I was not using the right crochet needle. Yeah, so, okay, before I talk a bit more about it, yeah, let me just talk about the yarn. So this is actually also the first piece of yarn that I bought in Japan, the same store where I got like the brooch from, the brooch kit, and it is also from Daruma, like my shorts, and it's called Iro Iro, which could mean like it's written in like the alphabet, the Roman alphabet, but it could mean like various, like iro irona, or it could mean color color, like iro iro. So yeah, I don't know. It's 100% wool, and they come in these tiny 20-gram balls. So I don't know. I just thought they looked really cute. I wanted to try and use that to make like a wallet thingy, because when I was there in the store, I also got this like metal thing for a wallet, but for some reason, I don't know, I lost it. It is here in, it is in my room, but where? No idea. I searched everywhere, but I couldn't find it. So I figured, let me just try and make something cute. That's also the reason why the grapes are not purple, but light blue. Because I didn't have time to go to, like, I don't know, to Tokyo Station and go back to the store to get the right color. Yeah, so that's this for now. Yeah, so basically I used the same, wait, no, I used this one, which is 3mm, a 3mm crochet needle for this project, but yeah, I think I'm a new like crocheter, and yeah, it's, so my stitches or like crochet thingies are like very loose, and so I guess that also contributed in it being like super like airy and holes everywhere. So yeah, they actually recommend, as for actually they recommend 3mm or 2.5mm. So I am going to try with this one again and see if it comes out better. So I will have given it out already by that time, but I will just take a picture beforehand to show you. I might even make one again, but yeah, I do want to buy different colors in the future. Yeah. Is that everything with regards to this? Did I also say, well, I'm so sorry with in terms of the specs that it's kind of all over the place. But yeah, it is. Yeah, I think I already said 100% wool. Yeah, made in Japan. Yeah. Okay. Is there anything else I wanted to say? I have my crochet project. Oh yes, I have. Okay, so I don't know. Maybe this is just like the episode where I'm like, I'm not only a knitter, I'm a craft person. Maybe this is that episode, but yeah, I have another. Basically, I went to Daiso, which is like the I guess Dollar Tree or £1 shop here in Japan. Everything is 100 yen, so with tax is 110 yen, which is like 70 cents in the Netherlands, or 80 cents. And yeah, I got another pin, but this time it's a wool felt kit, and it was 110 yen. So I was like, I guess I just want to try it. I just want to try it. I've never like done anything like this, so, and I just thought it was like really cute because it's like a sheep. And I figured, okay, I'm a knitter, I knit with wool, so it's appropriate. So yeah, I'm gonna try this out. I don't know when, maybe coming week, if yeah, maybe coming week. I'll see what. Yeah, I'll just see what will work out. But yeah, it basically has it has almost everything. The only, like, so it has the felt, it has the needle, and it has the brooch pin. I only need like glue, scissors, a ruler, and a mat for wall felt. And I got the mat as well at Daiso for another 110 yen. Yeah, and it also gave me an extra needle, which is pretty neat. So maybe like in the future, if I want to do something more in terms of like wool felting, that would be pretty cool. Yeah. So I bought glue, I bought glue and a ruler as well. So hopefully I'll be able to show this soon when it's finished. Yeah. So I think that's it for today. I mean, I'm actually really proud of myself that I'm like starting to branch out. But like in hindsight, actually, I think Japan is honestly the best place to do so, because I don't know if it's because of cosplaying, but people in Japan are big on craft. Like there are so many like easily accessible and affordable craft shops here, especially this chain called Yuzuzawa, I think Yuzubaya. And basically it's just a craft store where they have everything. They have embroidery, they have like clay, they have like those UV light gel thingies, you name it, they've got it. And they also have like a lot of these beginners kits, which, you know, sometimes you'll be able to find in the Netherlands as well, but often they're not very like cute. And yeah, I don't know, I feel like it's just like crafts here is just very accessible, so I'm just gonna try and make the most out of that whilst I'm here. So who knows, maybe like, I don't know, in 2 weeks you'll see me doing and picking up another craft, or like doing more crochet. Well, I definitely want to do more crochet, that's for sure. But yeah, I think I do still have like a couple of other things that I would like to talk about, but I think I'll just leave it at this for now. And then I'll talk about those later, maybe next week, maybe the week after that. It's just I've been so like busy, so it's been like, oh, I want to do like everything. So that's just a lot going on right now. And yeah, like I said, I didn't do like the best prep today in terms of like this podcast, so my apologies if it's like exuding more like chaotic energy, but I hope that you still managed to enjoy it. And yeah, just thank you so much for sticking around, watching, listening, and I hope to see you again next week. Okay, bye bye.